Awesome. So, Chris, when you told your story, it actually reminded me of a quote. I have it on my Instagram. I wanted to make sure I got the quote good because it's very important. And it said, "One day you will tell the story of how you overcame what you're going through, and it will be a part of somebody else's survival guide." That's why it's so important to tell the stories, because sometimes it's very painful to tell our stories, but there's somebody out there that needs to hear that story because it will be a part of their survival guide, because they know somebody's been through what they're going through and they got out of it. And that's so, so important. So I thank you for sharing that as well. So now let's transition a little bit. So, I mean, you got into Forex trading because you were into crypto trading as well. You saw the charts, it all made sense. From there, you transitioned from Forex trading, which you still do today, but you became the real binary master for binary options trading. So if you can, explain the differences between Forex and binary and what made you gravitate towards binary that eventually led to these educator positions.
Binary, speed. Forex, when it came to Forex, I wasn't very disciplined holding trades for long term. I would see a setup, so when I first got started with Forex, I would be analyzing on the 4-hour and daily time frame, and I would be taking my setups on the 5 minutes and closing out my trades in an hour, not realizing like, hey, this one daily candle has 24 hours of information. Like, so real quick, repeat the question, Nick. I just had a brain.
Oh no, I wanted to know, like, aside from the differences between Forex and binary, one is, I guess with Forex, you're looking for take profits and stop losses. A trade can take an hour, a minute, a day, a week. It just depends. But
Right.
with binary trading, the way you taught me is it's already predetermined before you enter the trade that this is going to be a 3-minute trade with the option to maybe roll it over for an additional 3 minutes or whatever the case may be. So for
Right.
me, as a busy individual, binary made sense because I can jump on a team session with you for an hour and learn something, take some trades with you. And I already know that, hey, listen, this trade will be over by the end of this session. It's not something, because one of my biggest problems with Forex trading when I became busy is losing track of the trades, right? You get carried away with your day, you're at work and stuff. And it's like, oh my gosh, I was in that US 30 trade. And you go look and it's like, oh, geez, I should have got out of it a long time ago. At least with binary, I know that at the end of this 5-10 minutes, the trade is over, right? And I know what I can win. I know what I can potentially lose. And so for you, I mean,
Yeah.
what was it that you
Binary
did?
options, that's what it was actually. So being a busy father, a busy human, married, like I said, married with 3 children, working 60 hours a week. I really wanted to learn the skill set of Forex trading. But what I found out is I actually preferred, for trading Forex, I was a scalper, which means I should have been trading on the 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute time frames, 15-minute time frames, and been scalping on those time frames and trading on those time frames. And when I got introduced to binary options, the first look, I'm like, did that guy just clear a trade $13 in 3 minutes? And then I hopped at an educator session and I'm like, yo, this guy just made $500 in 3 minutes. So I realized that, it was for me, right? I'm a scalper by trade. I like fast-paced movement. But long story short, what it really boils down to is I don't have patience, and I wasn't disciplined at the time to learn to learn to master my patience, master, being disciplined. I wouldn't, I would allow my trades to hit stop loss, and I would close them out, 50% before it hit take profit. So I was never really able to gain any traction trading Forex. But I wasn't really losing much money because I was having correct trades. It's just I wasn't allowing myself to really have that breakthrough that I was able to have when it came to binary options. And that the reason being is because, again, binary options is a fixed time, fixed risk. So before we enter the market, we know, hey, we're going to take a 3-minute or a 5-minute trade. We know that we're going to risk $10 or risk $100, whatever our risk is. If it's a 75% payout, we know if it's $10, that means we're going to get paid $7.50 once we win that trade. Or if we lose a trade, we're only going to lose $10. When it comes to Forex, if you don't know how to properly calculate your pips, you're gonna put a 0.10 lot size on this trade, it has a 10 pip stop loss, so you're only going to lose $10. Now, the next trade, you're going to have the same lot size on it, 0.10. It's going to hit stop loss, and you're going to lose $1,000, and you're not gonna know why. And the reason is because one stop loss was 10 pips, and the other stop loss was 100 or more. So it was just it was much simpler for me to come into binary options, RFX, and learn how to trade. And be profitable because I didn't have to hold trades for hours or days anymore. I could literally hop on a session, and within 30 minutes, if I went 2-0, 3-0, I made my 1 to 3%. I was done. I mean, I seen Forex traders crying, trying to make 1% every 2 weeks or 2% every week, whatever their goal was. And here I am, just made 1% on one trade in 3 minutes. And I'm like, whoa. So, what it comes down to, with everything, Forex or binary options is risk management though. So as much money as you can make quickly when it comes to trading binary options, the downside to that is you could actually lose as much money quickly too if you're uneducated and you look at this as a casino. This is not a gambling opportunity. This is not a get rich quick scheme again. This is a skill set that's going to take time for you to master, but when you do, I promise you, it'll take care of you for life. As long as you take care of yourself, you work on yourself daily, you continue to grow, and don't have the mentality that you know everything. Because let me tell you, 2 years ago, my first binary options job, I knew everything. And now, fast forward today, I'm open to and I respect the market. I respect that sometimes we have to change and adapt and adjust. And I'll tell you what, this last time that we adjusted, our strategy was 70% accurate. To now we adjusted, and now we have a 85% accurate strategy. And I don't say that lightly because it's almost hard to believe, right, Nick? Like for me to say, hey, I have an 85% accurate strategy, it sounds impossible. But guys, I'm talking about straight documentation over a course of months, coming up on years now, where we've had just consecutive 78% win week, 78% win week, 85, 85, and then coming up to this month, we've had 290% win percentage weeks in a row, guys, and it's just unheard of for us. Like it's incredible, right? And we're at this point where we know, like, okay, we have our strategy, but we just want to fine tune it and just continue to grow from it, right? Learn, be as much as this is working today and working yesterday, it worked yesterday and working today. I always will have that open mind to be willing tomorrow if I show up and my strategy is not working, that I have to be willing to adjust. I have to be willing to change some things up to make it work. And because of having that mentality, I've been able to go from a 70% trader to a 90% trader in a short span of 6 months. And guys, when I share my own results, I don't believe it at times. Like seriously, like I would come a far way. And to be able to be here sharing my story with you right now is just awesome. And I knew I'd come a far away, guys, when when my student becomes the teacher, right? And that's the goal for every educator. I don't care if you're teaching one person or 1,000. You want that person to be, it's like a father or a mother. You want your children to have a better life than you did. You want them to be better off than you are. And, same thing with the educator or teacher to the student. You want that student to be better at it than you. And to see that happening in front of me, it's just absolutely incredible to see individuals who quit on themselves, who gave up 2 years ago to come on board with our and implement our strategy and our trading strategy into their daily trading routine, and to see just one person, let alone hundreds of people, making 10 to thousands of dollars a day, guys. And again, because we're saying numbers, just know that results are never guaranteed. Past profits don't guarantee future results. However, again, if I can do this, if Nick can do this, anybody can do it, guys. There's nothing special or different between myself and you, except for I'm willing to take the action and put in the work to get to where I'm going. You just have to ask yourself, are you able to put in, are you willing to put in the work? Because I know you're able to, you're able to. You just have to be willing and accept, that it's going to be a journey and you're going to have fun. And yeah, That's it.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely. I mean, we have people on our team that attend your sessions that came with no experience whatsoever. They put the time in, they attended your education sessions with you and your business partner, Haresh, and they're getting results. They're getting results from just putting in the time. So it goes to what you say. And just for perspective, I've said this a few times, but I think sometimes when people can visualize things, it makes more sense. So I always compare things to sports betting because that's something else that I'm very interested in, right? Professional sports bettors in Las Vegas, they hit about 55%. 55% winners is considered a good season, and people become millionaires out of that. Okay. It's very difficult though, because sports has a lot of variables. So while, with sports, these professionals, they have to collect a lot of data on these teams, right? Collecting data is very expensive. Just like when you're running Facebook ads, you got to spend so much in ads to collect the right data, right? Now, think over here, all you have to do is attend sessions with Chris, learn technical analysis, learn fundamentals. It doesn't cost as much as data. Data is very expensive. But when you actually learn how to read a chart, how to set up your trends, how to look for order blocks, and how to use your Fibonacci and imbalances and liquidity and all that. These are terms that don't make any sense to you. Spend a couple of sessions with Chris. It'll start making a lot more. So, Chris, as one of the lead educators for economy in the RFX division, who are we looking for at RFX? What type of person would be a good fit for RFX? Because I know we already have a multinational student base with people that actually joined this company specifically to work with you and your business partner. So what is your prime type of student that you're looking for?
somebody who's going to show up, um, somebody who's committed to their goals, somebody who's committed to, to just being better over the course of time. Understanding that, you're not going to come in here and you're not going to hit a home run today. You're not going to hit a grand slam and hit the jackpot, right? It's not a casino mentality, guys. So just come in here with a level mind. And if you have any previous experience in the industry, just be open to forgetting everything you ever learned and coming on our sessions and just sticking around the community, right? Get a feeling for the community, get a feeling for the vibes, guys. Like, it's not just about trading, right? When we show up in the trading and the chats, like we make sure that the vibes are high. We make sure the intensity is high, because how you do anything is going to be how you do everything. So when I'm trading, I'm excited. When I win a trade, I'm excited. I share that excitement, not because of I'm trying to hype up the moment, but because I'm generally I'm really excited that I was able to analyze the market and the trade went the correct direction. And when you can win 8 out of 10 trades, when previously you would win 2 or 3 out of 10 trades, you start to have a better appreciation for, the outcomes and just, the experience overall. But anybody can do this, guys. Seriously, it doesn't matter your age, gender, background. As long as you're committed to yourself, as long as you're committed to growing, committed to living life on your terms, and you want more, you want to become more, you want to do more and have more, I'm telling you guys, this is for you. And we're willing to lock arms and really help you grow. But people get confused when you say I will help you grow and I will help you throughout the journey. That doesn't mean I'm going to sit here and do everything for you. You're going to have to put in the work. You're going to have to show up to the sessions. There's education and through in the back office and the ECA and our educational center. You're gonna have to plug into that. You're gonna have to go through some of that old content, and show up to live trading sessions and our all educational sessions. Plug in, guys. One of my mentors a long time ago said, Chris, you want this, but how bad do you want this? Does a light work if it's not plugged in? And I'm like, or he goes, if the light's unplugged, what is it? I said, unplugged. He goes, and if you're not plugged into, this, what are you? I said, well, I guess then I'm unplugged from it. So just plugged in, and just know, like, hey, I got this. I can do it. If Chris did it, I know I can do it. Because let me tell you, again, nothing fancy about me, guys. Nothing special. I'm just your typical human being that wants it. And we live in a great time where we can actually be anywhere in the world and make money from the comfort of our smart devices. So Um, it's just time. The time is now, guys. Like we just seen what can happen at the drop of a dime. Our whole lives can change, right? We've already experienced that. All of us have. And a lot of us weren't prepared for that. And what we can do for next time is we could be mentally, physically, and financially prepared. If something like that were to ever happen again, you can take care of your family. You can take care of yourself and your situation with a skill set that even in bad times, you can still make money, right? Because the market, whether it's going up and in a massive bull trend, or if it's going down and a massive bear trend, bear market, it doesn't matter if the market's going up or down because we can get paid off of it, right? That's all that matters. If we know the direction and we can anticipate the correct movement for that correct time frame, we can be profitable traders, guys. And again, a Forex trader to be profitable can be 50% accurate, just like the gambler can be 50% profitable and accurate. When it comes to binary options trading, you have to be at least 65% accurate, I would say, to be a profitable binary option trading. To see true growth, you have to be closer to 75% accurate. To really start to experience the results you're really in desire of, 80% or higher is when you really start noticing how quick things start to change, right? So with that said, it's a process. And again, if I can do it, you can do it too.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you, Chris. So yeah, we're going to wrap up here in just a bit, but like, Chris said, this is a forever skill set. Not only is it a forever skill set, it's recession proof. It's pandemic proof. It's you're locked in your house for 3 months because you can't go out, but you could still make money. And a lot of us made a lot of money during the pandemic because we were trapped at home and we decided we need to learn a skill set. That's where I was introduced. Chris was probably already in trading. That's where I was first introduced to trading is during the pandemic. I needed to find something else to do because I couldn't make money outside of the house. I was a real estate agent. I had my affiliate marketing business, but I needed something where I wanted something where I could make money without having to depend on other people because everything I did involved other people, whether it was selling an affiliate product, selling a house, whatever the case may be. So, it was the right thing at the right time. So even though the pandemic was a terrible tragedy and it was horrible for so many people, something good came of it. I made an amazing amount of new friends while being trapped at home. Somebody like Chris is one of my really good friends now. I wouldn't have met him if it wasn't for the pandemic. I hate to say that, but it's the truth. We would not have met if it wasn't for that. So, what we're gonna do here, Chris, we're not gonna do any charting today because the video went kind of long. So what I'm gonna do is create a playlist where we're gonna have part one, part two, and then I'm gonna have some of your videos that I already have on file, like when you're explaining binary options and maybe some education, so people can kind of see it in its entirety. So you guys can get little doses of any everything that we're doing. So you guys got to see the man behind the candles today, somebody that was very open and transparent about his road from being a drug addict to the real binary master. And he's here to tell you that if he can do it, anybody can do it. And he honestly means that. This is somebody that was very humble and open about, I didn't get to graduate high school. I've been through a lot in my life. Nobody should have to have their house burnt down twice in a lifetime. These are things that he has been able to overcome. And, he has persevered and become stronger through it. So if you want somebody to be a good mentor, a good teacher, a good leader, this is the person you need to hook up with. Okay. If you guys want to learn how to do this and absolutely change your life, this is the place that you need to be. Like I said, people from around the world have come. We have one gentleman in Sweden absolutely crushing it. He's probably going to be able to quit his job here soon because of a lot of the things that Chris and his business partner have taught. We have another young lady here in Dallas. She's a single mother of 2 children. She pays her bills with RFX binary trading. Okay. So I'm here to tell you that it does work. You have to put in the time, you have to put in the effort. It's just like anything else. You remember, if you decided to go to medical school, they're not going to give you a knife on day one and say, go cut this person open. You have to go through a lot of schooling. You have to do, practice on a dummy. Then you have to actually sit there and watch. You're going to have an advanced doctor to actually look over your shoulders and see what you're doing. So that's the thing. You can't just come in here, put some money in your account and expect it to go. That's not, this skill set will pay you like a doctor if you decide to get educated like a doctor. And it's not that hard because it's not a life and death thing, but it can actually pay you just like one. We have people making millions of dollars in the Forex industry. So with that said, look for the recording and look for the playlist so you can see some other things and we can go in depth on exactly what RFX binary options is. So Chris, any final words? I really appreciate your time. That was absolutely amazing. Any words for people that want to reach out to you and join you? And by the way, I'm going to have Chris's link in the description. So when you decide to join Eaconomy and RFX, you'll sign up directly with Chris and his business partner. Okay, so I'm going to put their link in the profile. Go ahead, Chris. Final word.
I just thank you all for your time checking this video out, and I hope that you see this as an opportunity to grow as well, just as much as I've seen it as an opportunity for me to grow. And I just wanted to be able to help support you and elevate and get each and every single one of us to the next level, guys, myself included, right? Because there's a next level for me and there's a next level for Nick, and we're just going to continue to create higher highs in this life, guys. But yeah, with that said, anybody can do this, and I want to partner with you if you truly want this. And if this video was for you, just know that what you're going through right now, you know, it's a tough time, but it's not going to last forever. Tough people do, and tough people can persevere and get through it. So with that said, just don't ever give up. Don't give up on yourself, and let's make this happen.
All right. Thank you very much, Chris. I appreciate your time. Everybody, if you want to reach out, the information will be in the description link. I would love for you to join us and see what we're doing here at RFX. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a great day.